The clock reads 2300. The world outside is a black velvet ocean, moonlight glinting off the endless metal deck. The carrier's engines hum like a sleeping dragon, deep and constant. Down below, a lone sailor leans against the cool steel rail, eyes fixed on a horizon she can't see. The night air is thick with salt. In the distance, a faint laugh echoes from a group sharing stories by the aircraft elevator, their silhouettes barely visible in the dim red safety lights. Life slows down when the workday ends. Below decks, the overheads glow soft yellow, and the ship grows quiet. You can hear the shuffle of boots, the hiss of distant pipes, the groan of old steel expanding and contracting. Some sailors slip into the mess decks, searching for a late-night snack or a quick chat with a friend before heading off to their racks. For a few precious hours, the ship becomes something else. Not just a war machine, but a floating city of humans, each with their own rituals, hopes, and ways of unwinding. It's a side of Navy life most never see, but if you listen closely, past the machinery and orders, you'll hear it. Real life, beating strong, even in the heart of steel. Why talk about off-duty time at sea? Because it's about more than catching a nap or a bite to eat. Out here, a sailor's free time is survival itself. It's the difference between burning out and pushing through, between feeling like a cog and remembering you're human. When you're hundreds, sometimes thousands, of miles from anything familiar, small moments matter. Teamwork isn't just forged on the flight deck or in the engine room. It's built in the spaces in between. The card games, the inside jokes, the shared midnight ramen, all these things turn strangers into shipmates. These bonds hold the crew together when stress is high or danger is near. Off-duty time is also where sailors transform routine into ritual. They find comfort in the predictable. Movie nights, workouts, a call home. It's these moments that keep morale alive, even when the mission changes or the sea turns rough. Free time, in a way, is the heartbeat of the ship. If you want to know what makes a Navy crew tick, don't just watch them work. Watch how they live when the job pauses. That's where the real story begins. The ship is a city packed into a few hundred yards of metal. Space is tight. The sleeping quarters, called berthings, are stacked with bunks, 3 high, barely enough headroom to sit up straight. Privacy is rare. Every rack has a curtain, a tiny shield against the world, where sailors stash photos, headphones, and a dog-eared paperback. There's no such thing as weekends or holidays out here. The ship runs 24/7, powered by rotating shifts called watches. Some sailors work days, others pull the dreaded mid-watch, up at midnight until dawn. You learn to sleep when you can, eat when you're not on duty, and adjust to life always in motion. The rhythm of ship life is relentless. Alarms buzz, pipes hiss, and the announcement system called the 1MC crackles with orders at all hours. But it's not all chaos. Patterns emerge. The steady march to chow, the lines for the gym, the laughter drifting from the lounge during movie night. Sailors adapt, weaving their off-duty routines into the ship's steel heartbeat. In this world, comfort is a luxury, and routine is survival. The ship may be metal, but life inside is all about finding your own soft spots. When the work is done, most sailors head straight for their rack. Sleeping at sea is an art. The ship rocks gently, the ventilation hums, and you curl up in your bunk like a letter folded against the hull. Earplugs are gold. Noise never stops. Someone's always coming off watch, or heading to a fire drill. But you get used to it. A good nap between shifts can feel like a mini vacation. Entertainment comes in many forms. Some sailors gather in the lounge to watch movies, play video games, or argue over Madden. Others escape into books, podcasts, or endless YouTube loops on their phones. Wi-Fi is scarce, but when email or a satellite call gets through, it's like a lifeline to home. Letters, care packages, and old-fashioned mail become treasures. Staying fit is a must. The ship's gym, usually called the gym or weight room, is always packed. There's not much space, so sailors get creative push-ups in the passageway, laps around the hangar. Bay, yoga, by the catapults. Meals are social events. The mess serves up everything from eggs at midnight to surf and turf on special days. It's not always gourmet, but a hot meal with friends is the best morale booster there is. Every off-duty moment is a chance to reset. Out here, you learn to make the most of the small things. Life at sea isn't all routine. Sailors are experts at inventing traditions to break up the monotony. When the fishing gear comes out, it's all hands on deck. Someone always claims they'll catch the biggest tuna, and for a while everyone forgets about the nearest shore being days away. The crew cheers for every bite, every near miss, every fish landed on the rolling deck. Holidays are a big deal, even when you're thousands of miles from home. Christmas lights go up, trees are cobbled together from spare parts, and the cooks serve turkey with all the fixings. Birthdays mean cake, a chorus of off-key singing, and maybe a prank or two, like filling someone's rack with balloons or streamers. Every milestone, big or small, is celebrated together. When the night is clear, sailors sneak topside to stargaze. Away from city lights, the sky is an ocean of stars. Some bring guitars or swap ghost stories. Others just stand quietly, letting the universe swallow their worries for a few minutes. These moments remind everyone that, even at sea, there's beauty, camaraderie, and a little magic. Traditions aren't just for fun, they're lifelines, tying the crew together and making steel feel like home. It's not all easy. The hardest part of Navy life isn't the work, it's what you miss. Birthdays back home, your kids' first steps, a favorite meal on Sunday. Some nights, the loneliness sits heavy, pressing in from all sides. You stare at a photo, read an old letter, and ache for the sound of a familiar voice. But the ship is never really silent. When homesickness hits, there's always someone nearby, ready with a joke, a story, or just a quiet nod that says, "Yeah, I get it." Laughter becomes medicine. A prank in the galley, an impromptu dance party, a shared memory from port calls gone by. These little bursts of joy break up the gloom. Discipline is a must, but so is heart. Sailors learn to balance both, holding each other up through rough days and long nights. The challenges, fatigue, isolation, relentless schedules, can feel like too much, but with every hurdle, the crew gets stronger. Shared struggle creates a bond that's hard to explain, but impossible to break. In the end, it's the laughter, not the loneliness, that sticks. The best memories are built in the tough times, forged by the people who go through them together. Life at sea changes you. The routine, the hardship, the friendships, they leave a mark. Out here, you learn about grit. You push through exhaustion, adapt to uncertainty, and find pride in getting the job done, no matter what. Every watch, every meal, every sunset shapes you into someone stronger, sharper, more resilient. Friendship at sea is different. You might not have chosen your shipmates, but they become family fast. You swap stories, swap socks, share secrets you'd never tell on land. There's a trust that goes deeper than words, a sense that no matter what, someone's got your back. You also learn about yourself, what you can do when you're tired, scared, or far from home. You discover new talents. Maybe you're the ship's best cook, or the one who can fix anything with duct tape. You learn to laugh at the absurd, to find light in dark places, and to celebrate the little wins. By the time the ship returns to port, you're not the same person who set sail. You carry the lessons, the friendships, and the stories everywhere you go. As the ship cuts through the last miles home, you look back and realize what you've gained. Navy life at sea is never easy, but it's unforgettable. The memories built in cramped berthings and midnight mess lines, the sunsets watched from the flight deck, the birthdays celebrated with strangers who became brothers and sisters. These are treasures that last a lifetime. You learn to see the world, and yourself, differently. The ocean's size, the ship's strength, and your own resilience become proof that you can handle anything. Long after you're back on land, a part of you stays at sea, still hearing the thrum of engines and the laughter of friends in the dark. Ask any sailor what they remember, and it's not just the missions or the ports. It's the slow nights, the hard days, the friendships that survived every storm. That's the real Navy life. Not just the job, but the journey, the moments, and the people who make steel feel like home. Life at sea changes you. And if you're lucky, it never lets you go.